Gary, the games are coming thick and fast. We head to Wigan, your old club, on Saturday, but just are there any final reflections on Tuesday night? You've of course had a couple of nights sleep more. There's no instant reaction from the game. Anything that you've perhaps didn't say on Tuesday night that you'd like to add to that?
No, I've watched the game back, and I still kind of what I said on the night. I thought our character, our determination. I thought out of possession we were very good on the night. The effort, the energy, the physical numbers that we've seen after the game from the team were incredible, and that can take you a long way, and it did on the night. I think the sending off ultimately changed the game, but we made that sending off, or Vinny made that sending off by driving forward and taking a step forward. I still believe we can be better in possession. I still believe we can show more bravery, be quicker into position, and make more forward passes and ask more questions of the opposition, which I think we did a little bit better second half. So yeah, delighted with the win, delighted with the effort, delighted with the team spirit again, but still areas we can get better and improve, which is a really good thing for the team.
And something we did speak about on Tuesday was how we found a different way to win, of course coming from behind for the first time this season. Have you seen a different side to your team that you perhaps haven't seen in recent games?
Yeah, definitely, and that was one of our, since Boxing Day we've been working on 4 points to win every game, and one of our points on Tuesday night was deal with adversity, and the players then discussed that and what that looks like for that specific game, and on Tuesday night they dealt with adversity really well. It was a really difficult game against a good opposition who, they keep possession well, they rotate, the fullbacks come in the pitch at times, they stretch the pitch really wide with their wingers, and they ask a lot of questions of you, and when they go a goal in front, that's adversity, and that's a moment for the team where they have to stay together, they have to dig in, they have to make sure they get in at half-time at the very least 1-0 down, or the game could be over, and then we can readjust and add things to the second half which can help them to go on and win the game. So the players are definitely, developing a spirit together and an understanding of how we win different kinds of football matches, and that was shown on Tuesday night by coming from behind for the first time and getting all 3 points.
Let's talk about Saturday's game. I put my foot in it last week when I asked you this question. What will it be like going back to Wigan for the first time as a coach? A strange experience?
Yeah, I think a good experience. I think it's a club I spent a long time at. It's a club where I still know the manager, the assistant manager, and other staff and other people at the club really well. So it'll be nice to see those people. But ultimately, you're going to win a game of football, and come 3 o'clock, we're competing against each other. We're ready to do everything we can to win the game of football. But it'll be nice to go back. I spent a lot of years there, had great memories there. I spoke to Graham last night, and that was our kind of cut-off point last night, that we won't speak again until after the game, and hopefully we can have a beer after the game. But it'll be nice for my family. They're all going to the game as well, so let's hope it's a nice day, but then a good day by winning the game.
Points deduction or not, there's no denying that Wigan are probably in a false position. I think with that 8 points, they'd be just outside the playoffs. So another really tough opponent.
Yeah, really difficult game. I think not only the number of the points and where that can put them on in the league, but the kind of psychological toll it has on you, that every time you win a game, it feels like you're doing extra to get higher up the league. They obviously had to start the season at the bottom of the league and look at that table every week and have to pick up from there. So what they've done is incredible. They've done it with a really young team as well, which is even more incredible, because those young players have to deal with that all season, and it's a really tough opponent. It's a team that I think, from when we've played them earlier, has evolved and developed in certain ways, especially in possession. So we have to be ready for that challenge. But I think we've shown in our last 2 away games that we can, adapt to different stadiums, we can adapt to different styles and find ways to win. So we have to do the same again on Saturday.
It will, of course, be the third time we've played them this season, the 2 home games in the league and the FA Cup. it felt like deja vu, 2 identical games really. What have you learned from those 2 games that we can take into this weekend?
Not to do that again, probably. I think we played quite well in both games and got nothing. So whatever we did, we didn't do everything right. We have to find another way to attack them, or another way to stop them, and to help us go and win the game. We have created a lot of shots against them. They've created a lot of opportunities, but ultimately resulted in 0 goals. So we'll identify different things we can do to help us win the game. I do think both teams are in a different place now. I think they're playing far better. I think they're, like I said, evolved tactically and in position. I think we are a much better team. We have developed a resilience and a team spirit over the difficult run that we've been through. And then since Boxing Day, we're a much improved team, and a team that's playing with much more confidence, and a team that has much more options in how we can play and what we can bring off the bench as well. So I think it'll be a much different game, and like I said, hopefully we can get it right this time and come out with all 3 points.
Were we to win at the weekend, and we could end up in the top half of League One, which is stark contrast to where we were just a few weeks ago. I mean, that's testament to the form that the boys have shown, I guess, since Boxing Day.
Yeah, it is, but I don't want to be a hypocrite. I wasn't concerned or looked at the table a lot a few weeks ago when we were in a precarious position, and everyone was obviously worried about where we were, and I'll be the same if we do end up in the top half of the league. That the league table is important and kind of gauge through the season, but it only really matters on the last day of the season, and that's when we can assess the season as a whole, the team as a whole, and where we're going as a football club. But at this moment in time, you take each game as it comes. You have to fight and do everything you can to win 3 points. I think the team is in a good place. I think we have a lot to look forward to in the remaining games of this season, but looking at the table and thinking you're in a position and getting complacent it's not the time to do that. It's time to really knuckle down. It's the business end of the season where every point is important, and we have to keep doing that right till the end of April.
And just to end then, obviously we know about the long-term injury absentees. Did everyone come through Tuesday with a clean bill of health?
Yeah, everyone seemed fine after the game. Ryan Woods has picked up a bug in the last few days, so he'll miss training today, but hopefully be available tomorrow. And everyone else is at different stages, some recovering, some training. So we'll assess everyone and put a squad together to make the long travel up north to Wigan tomorrow after training.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
Thank you.